Right, so we're going to be unboxing the video. We're going to be unboxing the box, so you guys can see what's in there. I did say unbox it earlier, but because I made a bit of a mess, I lost all the audio for the video. And we can give away a little baby person now. Oh no, we've lost pallet cam. That'll never do, will it, eh? Hey, you little tinker. We've managed to destroy the pallet cam. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All the way over there. There you go. Okay, well, luckily, I don't think we particularly need pallet cam tonight. But let's see, can we rescue it and balance it back up? Bring back kind of something like. How is that? That doesn't look so bad. Over there, over there, over there. Perfect. Right. So there we go. We have a thing we probably won't use tonight. I don't think we'll need pallet cam. Now, this is going to be a tricky bit because I'm not quite sure. Because the first thing I noticed when I picked up the box is, this is heavy. This box. It's really, really heavy. I think it's heavier than the 2016 box. I really like the new shiny. So the shiny box work, really like that. Makes it nice and smart. Right, but yes, it is heavy and it rattles. I don't know if the microphone will pick up the noise there. No, you haven't missed it, Leb's Life. I am just about kicking off. I was hanging fire until I had a few folks watching. Otherwise, everyone else will miss the opening of the box. You might say you might also have missed the fact that I made a pig's ear of doing the unboxing video. Right, we're going to lose pallet cam. Where is pallet cam? Because I don't need that for the moment. I might not need it at all. There we go. Right, we've lost pallet cam. That will give me room to move the dice tower and the pallets off the bench. We're not going to need those. Probably won't need those till tomorrow. So we'll clear those out of the way. Evening, Red Herring, and or Red Herring. Hello. Leb's Life. I lost the audio for somehow. The RTX voice app that I use on the microphone picked a different source, so it showed up in OBS as a yeah, the dice tower is a makeshift tripod. So yes, that gave me an extra. Hang on, what was I saying? RTX voice. So the RTX voice app found a random microphone source. It still worked, but the audio is horrible and bitty and no good whatsoever. So we are binning that. We're going to do an unboxing video, and we're going to do an unboxing live stream. So here we go. So yes, shiny box. What's the best camera? That's probably the best camera for the box. Back there. And I didn't know that, Joey. Or Red Herring. I did not know that they were the one and the same. So welcome. So yes, it has that real tight fit. So if you can hear the sound, it's got that lovely fart sound when you open one of these boxes. And I can confirm that it does have that new plastic smell. So you can't beat the smell of that new shiny JW plastic. Actually, bang on another light here. There we go. Is that better? That's probably a bit better. Right. So yeah, we're going to have to unbox these as we go. Give you guys a look and then move them on. So if I shove you over there, then we've got, right, so the Orcs come in green plastic. So can we see that? Not very well. Put it under here and you will be able to see it pretty well. So that is one of the main Orc sprues. There's two big sprues, which have got the Black Orcs and the Goblins, the tokens, the markers. Hello from the other side. Welcome. So yeah, that's your basic Orcs. So there's two of those sprues, is those two. So they are identical, nothing to pick between them. So you do get 3 black orcs, and I think 3 goblins. 1, 2, 3. I'm pretty sure it's 3 black orcs and 3 goblins per sprue. You'll get 2 coins. Hang on. Keep looking in the wrong screen. So you'll get 2 of those coins. You'll get 2 team markers over here, and you'll get a pair of balls, which isn't rude at all, no matter how you say it. But yeah, a pair of orc green balls. So that's on the big orc sprues. Shove those out of the way. So the orcs then get a 2 sprue troll, which must be there. So this is the troll in 2 sprues. Can't really see, but it is there. Okay, so we've got the troll, and that is the troll on both sides. So this is the same troll that's been available for ages, absolutely yonks. Nothing special about it, apart from it's now green. Otherwise, it is the same. Now, this model has had a lot of hate. I actually quite like this. I prefer this to the human ogre, which we'll get to in a minute. So I don't mind. I'm going to quite enjoy painting that. Haven't decided on the colour. Can't say I'm going to go for green troll or blue troll. But we'll have to see. And that leaves us with 2 more orc sprues, and those are the Varag sprues. There we go, like that. So yeah, we have a main body Varag, and then his bits and pieces, horns. There's a few small bits in there I think are going to be fairly tricky to put together, especially over here. Bit number 8. There, that is going to be a bit of a pain to fit wherever that goes. So I will have a look at that and see how we put him together. That might be when we do it as a sub-assembly, to get the best out of that guy. And then so the only blue, so there's 1 blue sprue in the box, that is the referees. Evening Hawk, how are you doing? So, what am I doing? There we go. So yeah, that's the elf referee and the dwarf referee back here. What we're going to do with the dwarf looks like he's 1, 2, 3 parts. And the elf, I think, is going to be in 5 parts. I think, depends on what those 2 little bits are. So I have those 2 bits there. If they're dwarf, then the dwarf has more parts. If it's elf, then the elf's got more parts. Right, and should be... Yeah, I think you guys should now be getting combined chat. So we are live streaming to both YouTube and to Facebook. And I think if I've set everything right, on screen, so if I go over there, right on that side, way past me, way past the painting. In fact, there we go, up here, you should have combined chat. So when I answer a Facebook question now, the Twitch guys should know what it's about, and vice versa. Perfect, Leb's Life can see both. That's exactly what we were after. So, in the same way that we have 1 big orc sprue, we've got 1 big human sprue. Hang on. There we go. So in the same way, it's got 2 coins. It's got 2 team markers. The team markers here are really nice, like these. Much more, like these are better than the orc ones. The coins, they're just the basic, where are we? Down there. Basic Blood Bowl coins, they're alright. They work as a team marker. And again, I think there is 1 ball down here, and then the ball with the... What's my finger down here? The ball with the little peg on it for going in the bases. So, a pair of balls there. And then these guys look a little bit more fiddly. There's more feathers and bits and pieces, but we knew that going in. So again, I'll have to go with these, but that's what we're building tonight. We are building these guys up. So we'll have a look at that in more detail when we get going. So again, 2 of those. 2 big sprues, so that will be 2 blitzers, 4, I'm going to call them yeomen, but I think they're actually bodyguards now, 2 throwers, and then 4 linemen at that point, or peasants, or retainers. Basically, this is the Bretonian team with a bit of a reskin, so however you want to call them, this is half kind of Bretonian, kind of not. Interesting roster, I mean. Interesting to see how that one plays out. And then we get the ogre. which is that guy there. And if I've tidied up, let me for 1 second, I will find you a proper ogre. There we go. So that is the ogre actually built up. And he looks a little bit bright there. So that is the painted version. That's from my orange and white humans. And that comes out of this sprue here. So shouldn't be any bother with putting that together. I don't think there was any real issues when I did this one. I think it was fairly straightforward to build. So I should be able to copy that again. The colour's not brilliant on here. Too much light, I think, from the big light. But there we go. So that is the completed ogre. Let's get rid of that guy before I lose him. And that's then the ogre sprue. Which leaves us with Griff. And Griff is a 1 sprue model. So it was half the parts that the Varag model is. Let's find Varag for a bit of comparison. That's I've lost everything. That's one part of Varag, and that's probably the other half of Varag. The ball, yeah, that'll be Varag, and that's Griff. So you can see the difference that Varag is a 2 sprue thing. I think he's going to be quite big. I think he's going to be physically larger than the Black Orcs, just to be expected. So that's that one, and that's Griff. Not a big fan of this Griff sculpt. Varag, really nice. Griff, I prefer the 4-year-old Griff to this one, and some of the third-party ones, they're really good too. But we are going to do him, because he's part of the giveaway, so we will get him painted up. Right, left off with the template sprues. Now I have checked, these are completely identical to the 2016 ones. So if you've got a set, you don't need another one. The ruler, everything, it is identical, same thing. So eBay them, give them to a friend, doesn't matter. You've no use for a second set. But new players, important, really important to the game. So if you haven't got them, brilliant. If you have, you've got spares. Right, this upholstery protectory thing, we've seen a few things off. It's box art on one side. Oh no, oh, we've lost everything. Let's try again. It is teams on the other side. How's that? Now this appears to be most of the box teams, but it isn't Old World Alliance and it isn't Underworld. Oh, thank you very much to Dan Coty. Hang on. Dance Toady. There we go, Dance Toady. And evening. Dance to Die. There we go, Dance to Die. Well, I'll get there in the end. Thank you very much. So yeah, yes, that is the teams. Is probably not just mine. These do tend to get fairly bashed up in the box. So when you get them out, they're all right, but they are usually tend to be marked and dinged in places. So if you wanted them to keep as a bit of artwork, try and be careful, but finding a good one might be a little bit tricky. So they might have got a few little niches? Is that a word? Nicks? Lumps? It's bent and damaged anyway. And it's probably going to go in the bin. Right, so that is these now. First disappointing thing, slot of bases. So, bag full of bases, which you need, but they've all got grooves in them. And as we've already seen, none of the models have got slotted feet. So every one of these is to fill, if you're going to use them. I'm going to replace these with some nice textured ones. So these are surplus. I'll use them for basing up more corks, because that's what I use for painting with. So yeah, slotted bases, all 32s. So even the goblins running on big bases, I might reskin my goblins down to 25s. You cannot beat a brew, and here we have. It's a good excuse to have more brew. Cheers. You have to remind me, otherwise that is going to go cold before I finish it. So yes, a bunch of slotted bases that are, fine. You can fill them relatively easily. But when none of the models are slotted, I would like to see those as solid bases. They have given us... Hang on, let me just lock off some sources, because I'm about to drag a source out of the way. Right. They have still got a little hole in for mounting the ball in. I don't use that shape of ball, but it's a nice feature to have, and they've retained that there. Got 2 sets of dice. Now, these are... Is there any need to unbox these? Probably is. Right, these are like a clear plastic dice. Like a gem-style dice. So rather than, let's find 2016 dice. I've had them out today. 2016 dice were a solid plastic. So these a little bit nicer, but otherwise they are fine. And I suppose, whilst I've got them to hand, it'd be a little bit cheeky not to roll them. Double 2, not a bad start. And an 11, so I can't beat that. Well, I can beat that, but I'm not going to. Okay, and block dice. Push, push, defender stumbles. Defender stumbles, push. So, not bad rolls. Plus a new D16, which has got more use now than it did in the last version, and the D8 scatter dice. And you're going to need all of those. So, it's a red dice. Can we get through the green dice? There we go. Right. So yes, green dice. The D16 is now used for injuries. So where you used to roll a D68 or a D6 and a D8 to calculate the injuries, the D16 is now your injury. And we'll unbox the next bit so I can tell you what it is. There will be a injury table on the back of one of these cheat sheets. So, cheat sheets that are in the box. Injuries. Injury table. There we go. Right, so it's not the injury. It's not injury. I'm wrong with injury. It's casualty table. So whilst you roll 2d6 for armour, you'll still roll 2d6 for injury. So a 2 to 7 is a stunned, an 8 to 9 is a KO, and a 10 is a casualty. That's the same, but if you roll a 10 and you roll on the casualty table, you're now rolling on the D16. So you've got 1 to 6 is badly hurt, 7 to 9 is an MNG, 10 to 12 is a niggle with an MNG, 13 to 14 is a stat bust and an MNG, and you roll for the stat bust separately, and 15 to 16 is dead. So there are 2 dead results. So it's a 1 in 8 chance that your player will die. And because it is a D16 now rather than a D68, it's even odds of rolling any result. So rolling a 16 is just as likely as rolling a 1. There's no difference. Whereas rolling 2d6, there are more common cumulative rolls. So I think 7 is the most common roll on 2d6. I'm telling you a lie. There were 38. There were 38 possible MNG, badly hurt results. And now there are 6. So I think there's more chance that you will be... Okay, I will cover that later on, because I want to do the unboxing first. I'm going to do the unboxing, I'm going to do the giveaway, and then I'm going to start building, and then I'll deal with any questions you guys have got from that point. So remind me when I get there, but yeah, I'll cover your questions later. But yeah, I think, and I'll have to check the numbers here, but there is more chance of you taking a serious injury and less chance of you actually dying in the new edition. I think. But I will have to check. Right, we don't need that, that's just left of us. So, I've already shown one, but there we are, have these 2 cheat sheets. They have the symbol for each team, so over here we've got the Orc team, and over here we've got the Noble team. There we go. Both are identical apart from that. They have the same information on, and it's got all the usual bits and pieces. It's got sequence, it's got the post-game, it's got how to do a turnover, it's got the weather table, kick-off event, which is going to be really good. I think it's got prayers to Nuffle, weather table. No, it doesn't have the prayers to Nuffle table on here, so if you want that one, and I'm sure we will, it will be we'll have to look it up in the main book. It's got the kick-off table, it's got the weather table, it's got more information than most players will need. Hang on. What's best? Big screen there. I'll give you a bit of a look. So it explains what the block dice do, and it explains how passing works. You can't quite see that, but it does, which are things that most players know off by heart. We all know what a skull does, we all know what a power does. So, again, nice for new players. What you could probably do with a slimmed down version with things like the weather table and the injury charts on for more experienced players, but nice to have. And the take is from the original back here. So this is the 2016 version, which has, as you can probably see, far less information on it. But it was pretty much okay, but it didn't have... It didn't have things like passing charts. Well, they're not in here either. Having a passing chart is dead handy. Given some people use different sizes of pitch, and a smaller pitch, you can't use your new ruler on. Where I'm going to put those? I will... I'll stick those back in the box. And that can go back on the ship. Exactly. Right. So I'm going to cover these a bit next, because they are put away in the bottom. And I will grab you a third one. Let me just grab another dugout. Round. Right, dugouts. So we've got two new dugouts in the box, which are these two. Can we get a reasonable view? Except upside down. There we go. So there's the new... that is the new Astrogranite dugout, which can I get rid of some of that glare? There we go, sort of. Really nice, quite clean, a little bit more roughed up than the grass side, but dead easy to read, and they've dropped one of the turn trackers, kept the score counter, so that you've turned, score, and rerolls, and then your dugouts in there. And the grass side, and just like the 2016 version, the grass pitch is cleaner and easier to read. So if I bring you the two together, the numbers are significantly easier and clearer to read on the grass one, but by no means are they difficult to read on the other one. But the most important thing here is the side. So here we have a 2016, there we go, 2016 dugout, 2020 dugout. So if I got this right, the 2020 dugout takes up less space than the original dugout section of the old player card. So huge difference in size. You probably can't hear that because I'm still behind there. So yeah, huge difference. This is a much better, that way, much better format than this one. This is too big. This is perfect. You couldn't have made it much smaller. The boxes are just about the right size for... Yes, the old one was way bigger than it needed to be. Nice and clear, but you needed an enormous table because the pitch is bigger than it ever was before that, plus two enormous dugouts. You needed a lot of space. Two of these being smaller than one of the old ones, lovely change. We never needed two turn trackers, so we used to track turns 1 to 8 and then turns 9 to 16. We don't need that, we're all capable of counting to 8 twice. So that's that one. So yeah, really like these. I'm going to be using those all the time. No reason to go back to the 2016 ones unless you need duplicate. But because I was cheeky and ordered mine from Games Workshop, I also got the Christmas. Where are we? That way around. Got the Christmas dugouts. And... that is very true. Yes, the boxes are smaller, so if you do take a lot of injuries, Battlehawk, then yeah, they are touch smaller. So yeah, from that point of view, let's have a look and see what can we get. What have we got floating round? Okay, so we've got 4 models. We have Human Catcher, Human Lineman with blue shoes for some reason, Kitbash Elf, and Ogre Kingdom's Ogre. So you'll get 4. You'll get 4 32mm based models in there. Just about, and the same. No, the actual KO box is longer, so that you might get 5. Help if yourself didn't have a bloody cape getting in the way. So yeah, you'll get a few more in the KOs. You won't get as many in the injured. But yeah, no one ever gets injured in Blood Bowl. It's all very friendly, so we'll be fine. In terms of the design, it's Christmas both sides. Again, the grass side, cleaner, less detailed. If you're playing halflings, you just put them back in the box. You'll be fine. You don't need to worry about those. And on the Astrogranite side, because it is grass Astrogranite themed, a little bit more weathering, a little more snow. So again, not quite as clear, but by all means not clear. Not unclear. So those are the little dugouts. I'm not going to unbox the pitch here because it's huge. But I can show you the two sides. It's slightly less shiny than the 16 version, but only just. So it is still quite shiny, but it does have quite a matte finish. So they're almost a little bit glossy. This is quite shiny. Still very slippy though. So yeah, your models will still slide on it. I will be changing a neoprene pitch when it lands because I've got a kit coming from Spain. I've got a blitz and roll pitch coming. Really looking forward to that. So that's fine. The pitch does have the 2 trapdoors, one on either corner, because the trapdoors are now part of the rules. So it didn't used to, unless you use some of the very special play cards, which didn't usually get played. But special play cards are being used, but one of the prayers to Nuffle involves the trapdoor. So you've got 1 trapdoor in each half over on 1. So this is your wide zone and your touchdown line. So it's a third of the way back, a bit more than a third of the way back towards your touchdown zone on the left as you're looking at the pitch end zone to end zone. Because I think it's only tied to the prayers of Nuffle. So if you don't need those, then don't worry about it. But that is the grass side. Can I put that on the big screen? Like that. The end zone. Where are we? Over here. Red on both sides. There's no demarcation between one and the other. And then the Astrogranite side, and this is the side I'm going to say, teach people to play on. Because the squares here are absolutely marvellous. So working out who's in what square there is way easier than doing it on here. Now it's not a problem when you've got it in front of you and you're playing. You can see the crosses, which demark the squares. But when you've got actual tiled effect squares, putting players on there is easier, except I can't balance them. So yeah, keeping players on those squares, and that's 32mm base, that's 25, so they fit nicely in the squares. From that point of view, so that is the pitch. Again, trapdoors on both sides of the pitch, so on the Astrogranite and on the grass. And it's identical in size to the 16 version, that bit hasn't changed. It's fine, it's a slight improvement. My 16 pitch was getting a little bit ratty, being folded up a few times. So it'd be nice to upgrade that one, and yeah, I like the Astrogranite. Clarity. Last couple of things in the box before we get to the book. Little transfer sheet. Can we see that? The black will show up, I don't know if the white will. I don't think the white's going to show up very well there. It is numbers, it is team symbols, and it's ball symbols, so there's no positional markings like there was before. So if you want to mark your players, throwers, catchers, wherever they are, not on that sheet. So you'll have to source those elsewhere. Yeah, I really like the tiles too, and your instructions. So it's only one A4 double sided, or it's an A3 double sided, so it's 4 A4 sides, and you've got referees, Griff, and a troll. You've got Black Orcs and an ogre. And then the normal players on the inside, so we'll be looking at that one obviously because we want to get those humans together. The sprues are duplicates, so there is a repeat of every figure, so there'll be 2 of everyone on the 2 big sprues. You've only got 1 Varrock, 1 Griff. But for your Black Orcs and your Human Imperials, you'll have 2 of every sculpt. Right, let me just get shut of those guys because we don't need those guys anymore. Right, so just the book left to cover. Here we go. Right. The book's down there. Rescue those Imperial plastics because we are going to want those in a minute. And we don't need a pitch. So, where are we? Book, just about cover of the book. There we go. Hardback, it's the same size as the inaugural almanac, which I've had. Done with it. I'll put it down somewhere. But it's the same size. That's much bigger than the 16 rule book, and it does have all the rules in it this time, so that's perfect. Some nice artwork. I'm not sure how well this will show up if I do that. Not so well. Let's do that. If I hold that light up there, then that should give us a reasonable look at some of the artwork. It's a matte finish paper, so they've changed the paper, I think, in here from previous books, but it's still fine. Printing quality is good. The binding quality is excellent. Yeah, those of you that got lucky and found one of the leaked copies, it's identical to that. Everything that was in there is still in here, including the teams. I haven't checked for any whether they changed any of the misprints. There were a bunch of misprints in the leaked book, so I haven't seen if they've replaced those, but they might not have done. We might wait until the February printing before that gets done. And yeah, just have a quick flick through. Also, we've got teams, so we've got Older Alliance there, Orcs. Poor Orcs, they've taken a bit of a pasting in this edition. And bits and pieces, and then Orcs for the back cover. So, everything you were expecting basically in a rule book. It's got all the rules in it, it's nicely put together. There will likely be some mistakes. Games Workshop will more than likely need to run an FAQ out to clarify some questions or glaring mistakes. So we'll check those over the coming weeks. I'm sure someone will get there before I do. But yeah, there will be some mistakes. Well, no doubt about that one. But again, another nice book. So overall, really impressed. And for 85 quid, this box is an absolute bargain. You cannot really go wrong here. If you're a new player coming, buy the box. You will not regret buying the box. If you're a returning coach and you don't want the humans or the orcs, the book is fine. There's nothing else in here that you really need. I've yet to work out what the refs are for. I think they are an inducement or a bribe mechanic. That's the full price. £85 is the full price. You don't get a pre-order discount, but if you buy it through your friendly local game store, FLGS, you usually get about 20% off the GW price. So what's that going to make it? Like £16-17 cheaper. So a good saving to be had. And supporting your local store, I usually do, but I really want to get my hands on this. And pre-orders were short. So yeah, I was cheeky. I went straight to GW for it. And yeah, so you've got the book, you've got 2 big teams. So the 2016 box was 12 orcs, 12 humans, a skimmed down rulebook, a board, dugouts, and the templates. That's what you got. Now you're getting 12 orcs, 12 humans, a star player, a big guy for both teams, a complete rulebook. You don't now need to go and buy the rulebook that they release in 6 months' time. And the referees are their bonus. Dice and templates is still the same, pitch and better dugouts. So yeah, big improvement, dead happy with that. Disappointed with the slaughter bases, because you know there aren't any slaughter figures, so the bases are wasted. And I think that's it. I think it's the only real gripe I've got is that the bases want replacing, or you have extra work to fill the holes in the bases. No, it isn't. And Blood Bowl is a board game, so it crosses that gap between. You guys can't see the chat, can you, on the black background? There we go. Right, that should do it. Right, okay. Cured. So we've now got speech bubbles, so you can see the size of your messages. Which also means I've lost all the previous chats, so yeah, even serious. I will try and make sure I get your name right. Legend. So on a video how they closed the gap on the slotted bases with matchsticks. Yeah, matchsticks, lollipop sticks, also really good. Also it's great, and it took me less than 10 minutes to fill. So yeah, you can fill them easily enough. If you use some of the really thick textured paint, I forgot what they call it, but Games Workshop's basing paints that you spread them with a spatula, those fill the gaps as well. I'm going for textured bases, so I'm not going to bother with those. But yeah, that is a good call. Yeah, matchsticks or lollipop sticks from if you're UK based. Those both fill the bases, no bother at all. You can do it with green stuff or modelling putty. Anything will do. They're not big base, not big slots. If you use a thick flock, you'd get around it. I forgot to say hello. Right, that's everyone else saying hello. So yeah, Studious there, jumping in and hijacking the chat. Yeah, filler will do. Okay, so you can fill the bases. Yeah, you can fill them with almost anything. You can even fill them with that thick glue, where you take poly cement, probably not this one, you use the Tamiya, the big one, and melt your old sprues into it. That makes a really good plastic filler. Oh, you've missed it. It's one of those heat changing ones. It's a Mario World, and if my missus wants to be really kind and fill it up, we'll get Mario and Yoshi back. But as you can tell, I've been chatting and it's gone cold. Right, so that was the put. So I think we're done with put. We've done with the models. We've done with the templates. We've done with the dice. It's pretty close. I'm a Zelda guy. Ocarina of Time every time. If you're looking at classic games, it's Ocarina of Time for me. Or Blood Bowl 2. But yeah, Ocarina. Right. It is. She's quite good at making the tea, but then forgetting to... putting the kettle on, and then forgetting to make the tea. But she's busy with the little one at the moment, so I'm out of luck, I know I am. Right, that is all the chat deal. Right, so, giveaway. We are doing a giveaway. Let me just close that chat off. There we go. So, yes, I am going to be giving away the Bogenhofen Barons team. Painted, based, ready to use, the complete team, the 12 players, the big guy and Griff. So, shipped, delivered directly to you, that's what we're going for. And we're doing it as a YouTube giveaway. So I'm sorry you guys that are on Twitch, but you've only got to click on the YouTube link to get yourself there. And this is a bit of a heads up, because I was going to do it as the unboxing video, but since that got canned, this is now going to be a separate giveaway. So, tomorrow morning, after I've made it and edited it, I'm going to do a giveaway video, and I'll drop the link in the Twitch chat when I'm streaming, and it'll be linked into the various other YouTube videos. If you can find that video, which should be easy enough to do, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and leave a comment in the description, and everyone in there will be in with a chance of winning the team. We are doing the draw at 250 subscribers. We're at 125 when I last checked this afternoon. So we're looking to double our numbers and get us to 250 subs. If we can do that, brilliant. If we hit 500, I'll do the same with the Black Orcs. Sadly, you're not going to win both teams. If you win one, I am going to rule you out of winning the second. A little unlikely, but who knows. And why not? If we get to 1,000, I'll give away the entire box. I'll buy another box, paint it up, and give you both teams and all the gubbins that go with them. So that is the goal. That is the prize. Doesn't take a lot of effort on your part, but getting this channel growing is the goal. So more subs for me is amazing, and that's what we're going to do. But you'll be able to catch me building and painting that team. Tonight I'm building. I'm going to prime in the morning so I can paint tomorrow afternoon.